Welcome back to Conversations with Marianne and Désirée.
Hello, good to have you back again.
So today we start with a story that happened some years ago in my coaching practice. I was working with a couple, let's call them Adam and Eve. And after some years of marriage, they wanted to deepen their connection again. They have drifted slightly apart. And one of the assignments that they had was to write down, what does love mean to them? How do they experience love? How do they show their love? And then they both presented their list to each other, and that was the really big aha moment for both of them, because Adam shared his idea of how he shows his love by I protect her with my body. He would have himself killed to protect her and their child. He built a big house around them to give them a nice home, and he was working very hard to earn enough money to make sure that they're all safe and sound, hopefully even for the next generation. So he did the heavy lifting, and he did all these things to keep them safe and sound. And her language of love was, a little note here and there to sit together while she was cooking, or share gentle, nice little moments together. That was more on the communication and on the touching side. So a little hug here, a little kiss there. And when they both presented their list, they could see themselves how different they were in their communication of love. And then all of a sudden he was like jumping up. He said, because she said, all I want is for you to sit with me in the kitchen with a glass of wine in your hand while I'm cooking. I would feel so loved. And he said, this is so easy. Why don't you tell me? If I would have known, I would have loved you so much more the last few weeks, right? So sometimes it's really just to get to know that. So you did the first assignment of knowing your language of love from the last video to this one. And now we take it a step further, Marianne, right?
Yes. So really this is the invitation that we would love to give you for coming up, the Valentine's Day that's coming up, okay? Basically, it's three things. And it's also in terms of the work, it's like turning it around, right? Any complaint that you have or that you wrote down about your partner in the previous videos. So first of all, get clear about what you want. And if you know what you want, speak up. So ask for what you do want instead of complaining about what you don't like, okay? Step number 2, this Valentine's Day, be prepared to listen to let's call it the language of love of your partner, right? Just as in the example that Désirée was just giving, maybe the heavy lifting or the washing your car is the sign of total and unconditional love that your partner has for you. So learn to see what is there instead of having it only your way. Number 2 invitation. The third invitation, if your partner is not willing or able, or if it's just not his thing, you do for you what you want your partner to do for you, or find somebody else to do it with, right? It doesn't always have to be your partner. Even though it's a romantic dinner, you can initiate the romantic dinner. If he still doesn't appreciate that, find some good friends to have a nice, loving and fun dinner with, and you'll have a wonderful Valentine's, I'm sure of that. Okay, so these are the 3 tips from Désirée and I for the coming Valentine. If you want some more of this in your life, come and join us for our next workshop series. It's called From Fighting to Forgiving, how you can change your relationships with anyone, not just your partner, but with many people around you, and come from a more understanding and a loving place. From the 24th of March until the 7th of April, 3 Wednesday evenings from 7 to 8:30. And we would really like to have you there. So I hope to see you there.
Hope to see you there.
And happy Valentine's.
Oh yeah, happy Valentine's.